Okay, guys. Hey, it is me again, and this is for Blindlight.org, my new brand-based web channel. The brand being simply my website that I began in 2014, February. I started the site knowing nothing about sites. I spent 2 months at rebel.org right before and learned a little bit about article editing, and also he used Joomla, so I ended up using because I was more familiar with Joomla than WordPress. It seemed like it had more features. I went with Joomla. Not too many people use Joomla. Almost everybody uses WordPress that's fighting the Jew World Order. By the way, it seems that rebel.org is going under. Violin music, please. So, like I mentioned in a video post, I think my videos will revolve around using my Minicam encoder. I actually tried to get a live stream up on this channel and it didn't succeed. All I have to do is work out the details on that. If anybody is familiar with streaming to YouTube, maybe they can walk me through the process. It looked to me like I did everything correctly, but I kept getting error messages. However, I was not even able to record a video like this. And then I Googled Minicam and got the latest driver. And now I can use I'm recording this through Minicam, and maybe I will be able to stream, so I'll have to check that tomorrow before. Since it wasn't working in the one, maybe it wouldn't work in the other, and now that that's fixed, maybe it'll work as for YouTube streaming. Everything is set up on YouTube's end. I just got to make the Minicam work to stream it into YouTube. It's not a verified YouTube program, so it's a little more difficult than one that's verified. When I got Minicam, I really didn't think that deeply about worrying about covering all the possibilities I might need to use it for. So I'm going to go over the two main things that I've noticed in the last few days, and I'm going to take you to my web, my desktop, and here we are at Glaring Hypocrisy's donation video. They made a video, they spent 20 minutes telling you why they need your money. This they started this website in June. At the same time, they coordinated posting 3 or 4 articles in Renegade Tribune. I looked at the articles real quickly, didn't read through them, but I noticed at the bottom of each article, they were all really asking you to go to their website. So what's clear to me is since all those articles were posted at the same time they opened Glaring Hypocracy, the only reason they went to Renegade for that short duration was to advertise their website. And they advertised this website as two people that wanted to do this full time and thought they had the talent to do it and want you to fund them. And now we are about 8 months later, and their website is you look at Glaring Hypocrisy's YouTube page and it's about on par with mine as far as hits and views, maybe a little better in some areas, not much, almost the same, but their webpage is abysmal. I mean, it's a beautiful webpage, no doubt, but they're ranked 4 millionth in the world and I'm ranked 300,000. So get this, and they've actually gone down over the last couple of months. So are they losing interest? Well, they keep putting out, they still have a Facebook page that gets nobody talking on it. And they still have a Patreon account. They would like you to put in regular contributions because They want you to, they have three different ways, things they need. They need monthly donations of equivalent to $3,000. And they need equipment upgrades. Now, they also have several side businesses. So I really don't get this whole view that somebody goes into starting a Jew World Order website with the idea that they need to be able to be self-sustainable, to come on, make videos, and have the goy that apparently do nothing but watch them make videos pay for it. Now, if you're going to have a real resistance, what you want is people to get involved, not some people to sit back and watch other people get involved and pay them to do it. Everybody needs to get involved. This is what I don't get. This is typical of our resistance movement. They're using Jew world order techniques to push their agenda. So here he's going over how you can fund him.
Various geoengineering updates with my telephone, which is an iPhone 4. And you might have seen that after the introduction of the video, I'll often have a few second screen up apologizing for the this sort of stuttery video that I'm shooting with the phone.
So he's telling you he needs to upgrade his phone. Apparently he has no money. Though they have beautiful links, which I'll take you to. We're going to their website. And here's tinfoil design. Here they are, they're promoting themselves as web design and marketing strategy. Do they look like they're coming to the table broke? That they can't buy their own phone to upgrade? See, I just don't get this, especially when they haven't done the time to earn the audience to even be considered seriously to be funded, in my opinion. This is their homepage. Funnily, this guy seems to be a Christianity maniac. They promote CI identity people like, hopefully I'll say, Andrew Carrington Hitchcock. This guy is an intellectual that's in the CI movement. Folks, I've revealed that the only intellectuals in the CI movement are ops. Everybody else is a 60 IQ or lower white person. But Mufidah Kassalias is a female who never talks about Christianity, interestingly, who has either a boyfriend or husband who talks about Christianity all the time. Mufidah, as far as I can tell, has only one picture of herself online. And this raises smoke screens for me because of my problems with VK Clark in the past. VK Clark posted a few pictures on her website as if it was her. We now know that she's never posted her real picture on her website. So here are images of Mufidah Kassalias. This is the image she has used forever. I do not know of another image of her face on Google. Interestingly, the only other one is a girl looking the other way. It's supposed to be her. So I like all these videos all these pictures where the woman gets a similar looking body type. And anyway, I did a quick Google. I have not seen another picture of her. So she's been publicly active, writing articles, not so much about the Jews. All of a sudden, though, now she's an expert on Jews, and she started writing about the Jews a couple of years ago. Before that, she was just telling you all the exciting ways to travel around Europe. Folks, generally people that travel around Europe, that the guy's an American, They're from the upper class. There's no reason to think they're not from the upper class. Now, Sean is a little bit more willing to show his face, but I'm concerned. Mufidah Kassalias is a girlfriend of Sean Madden. Sean Madison makes YouTube videos. Mufidah will not let herself be in any of these videos. I'm reminded of V.K. Clark. The only video of V.K. Clark was her walking over to a frame to adjust it or something. She had never talked into the camera. I finally confronted her on that and said, we needed to hear your voice on video with your body in front of the video. And she's never provided that, and more evidence seems to show that she's providing it for good reason. She's been misleading us for 10 years. So, Mufidah, is that really you? Why should I believe that one picture, that you're the only picture on the web that you claim to be is you? There's only one picture on the web. You have a husband that makes tons of YouTube videos, but you have never been on one of those YouTube videos? I don't get it. You're running the same website. Please fill me in on this. I really need to know. So, enough of that rant. Back to me. So the other thing was the Xander Martinez problem. Xander ended his non-aligned media webpage. As far as I'm aware, he announced it not to anybody. Not a lot different from, say, Martinez pulling one more disappearing act. Not a lot different from the way ZCF left the scene. ZCF got taken advantage of, quote unquote, by Mike Delaney, and he spent 6 months on a secondary website complaining about that. And then he just sort of faded away. But it turns out that he started using a different name, Brandon Martinez, and had a whole new presentation model that he was going by, and had jobs lined up at Press TV and Veterans News Network, amongst several places. Why do you have to be so sneaky? I don't get it. You're serving an audience, you're supposedly fighting, you're providing counter-narrative material to the people that rule us. That implies that if you're pissed off enough to provide that material, you must be against it and like to overturn it. That implies that. Unless you're an infiltrator. And if you're an infiltrator, you're just here to hook us with bait and then hurt us. Hurt us in the direction the Jew World Order wants us to be herded in. So, his websites were down last week, but I noted that his YouTube page was up. All of a sudden, YouTube has announced that Brandon Martinez has been removed. Folks, I believe this is staged. I believe that Brandon is a Jew, and he got his handler to talk to YouTube to fake remove their site and claim it violated a term of condition. Nothing like persecution to sell a legitimate goy dissenter who's not really legitimate. All kinds of people have used the persecution claim to then become more famous in the movement. One guy that stands out, Baked Alaska. And I don't really follow Baked Alaska, but I remember he got in the news because Mike Cernovich turned on him. But all these guys have persecution stories, and they're probably made up. If they're controlled opposition, that means they're working for the other side. So I made a video about, mostly about this glaring hypocrisy. Now, interestingly, Sean does have other pictures of himself, but he seems obsessed with hanging onto this one picture of himself when he's advertising himself. Does the kitty make Sean seem warm and fuzzy? I'm not really sure about that. But Mufidah, You need to come up with another picture of yourself, and we need to see you on live video speaking directly into the camera. Like VK Clark is not capable of doing. Okay? So, am I back? I hope I did that right. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. Just getting started with this. Hopefully I'll figure out how to use the live stream, and we'll get a little more creative over the next 6 months. And I'm not asking you for money. I don't make a video showing you all the different ways I can be funded, because I'm a necessary voice to free you from the Jews. You get me? I gotta learn to keep looking at the camera. I look at the TV screen, and that's above the camera. So, over and out.